Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Sounds like someone's getting it done.
Yeah. Don't come and knocking when Mike's chairs are rocking.
It is their
Just,
bedroom.
we're not exactly overloading this studio with expensive furniture, but I bet.
You know what that sounds like,
Can
Mike?
you hear that, or is that coming through?
Oh,
with
you
all the
Absolutely,
audio?
yeah. That sounds like, did you ever listen to Paul Harvey towards the end of his career?
Yes, and Paul Harvey he was in his 90s.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And he had the microphone. He had the microphone turned up so loudly that you could actually hear him doing the, and now, and you'd hear the.
Yeah, it was always like, it would go like, page 2.
Yeah, and so note to self, make a little note, get a little 3-in-1 oil.
You are
today
the
for
radio,
show.
you are the internet's equivalent of Paul Harvey, Mike, and you're living on that great tradition.
I think for a $75 chair that I bought at Staples,
Yes.
this is a pretty decent little chair that I've enjoyed.
Did you have to assemble it yourself?
Yeah, of course. I have to assemble everything, including children's toys. But I'm very, very happy.
Well, Mike, all
And
kids want toys.
every boy and girl wants a toy.
Toys.
Yeah. And I'd like to say fare thee well to my mother-in-law, who is making her way to the airport here, and after her lovely visit, and hope hope you can go out to dinner with somebody tonight when you get home that you can use as a personal punching bag.
Oh, dear.
But anyway, no, I love my mom-in-law.
Is she
I
flying
truly
out
do.
of the international jetport or out of Bangor?
She's at Bangor. She's going to Bangor.
Nice airport, wonderful airport.
Bangor, which is because of those rising sea levels, might be. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Bangladesh. But anyway, we have a mailbag. Let's open up the mailbag today, shall we?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not about us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dear.
One time.
Is this song called "It's All About You"?
No,
It
that
is.
what
The game, the game. No, the song is great, but when Rob says one time,
I try to
Can't
make it
sound any
different
whiter.
each and every week.
It says it more than one time.
Turbo whiteness. Well, it is tighter and brighter for your listening pleasure. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Today we start with presents.
Yay! Do you
I've
remember
had my fill.
we got hats last week from Mark Mativier?
Yes, very nice guy. Very,
I
very
believe
nice
actually
guy.
his name is Mark Wayne Mativier. One of these presents makes sense.
Did
one
you give
doesn't.
those hats that he gave us to the hospital like I told you?
Yes, Mike, the Candy Stripers are wearing them.
Very good.
This
Very
one
exciting.
makes sense. This is a VCU hat, and as you know, I graduated barely from VCU.
So the large one, will it fit your head?
I don't know. It's still in plastic. I think it might end up going to my son. It's adjustable with tabs in
Would you
the
like
back.
to try it?
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
there's
give it a
nothing
shot.
more fun than watching you try on a hat for
Yeah,
the
let's give it a
Ustreamers.
shot.
Is it a fitted hat or has it got one of the plastic
it's
bags?
adjustable, and it has
Has it got the cloth? Now I'm a big hat person.
Yes.
First of all, that looks to me to be an embroidered VCU on the front.
They are embroidered. Yes, the VCU.
There-
is
well, you can
embroidered.
look at it and see if it's embroidered.
A
That's
classy
true.
hat.
That looks like now on the back. Let me see the back because I want to analyze the hat. I'm a hat. Oh, it's the plastic.
It
one.
is.
Okay.
But
All right.
It does
Okay,
look
good
good,
luck.
and I think like the as the kids do today, I'm going to leave the brim
It's sitting.
unbent.
This
It
is
looks
great.
like a lima bean sitting on his
This
head right
is
now.
great.
And you know what? Go Rams, go! Now this is the gift
Oh,
that
we got a-
makes sense.
We got a picture coming,
Right?
so just wait for this.
Okay,
all right?
so pause, please.
There it
Because
is.
you're a big VCU guy. You went there,
The biggest,
right?
yeah,
You know the fight song.
I do.
When March Madness comes around, you become a fan all of a sudden.
Get out my college ring. Put
You
it
want
on
to
for a
take your
couple
headphones
days.
off and really try the hat on legitimately.
I'll
See if
try
you
it,
can possibly
yeah.
put it
Let's
on the
see.
last little rubber knob there, the little plastic knob, and get it there.
That sound, though.
This is now at its biggest setting.
Okay.
Oh.
I would need Excedrin every 2 hours.
Oh, it's really
How
tight.
you
It
doing,
is
Hank?
Really tight.
Really tight.
What did you say, Mike?
Hank.
I said, how you doing, Hank?
Well, it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
You look like Hank Ruder.
Hank Ruder's doppelganger.
All right, well, this is a lovely... Oh, you know what? It almost made like a corkscrew sound coming off my head. That's the gift that makes sense. The gift that
Right,
doesn't
very
make
nice.
sense is this. It is a Montreal Expos yarmulke.
Oh.
Now,
Nice.
the only thing I would say about that is that you've got some history there because of the fact that the Expos are no longer in baseball. They are the Nationals, technically.
It just covers my bald spot.
Let me. Can you turn around and
Perfect for
show
the
us?
sun.
Show the camera
Yeah, it
there.
does.
Oh, there's.
Lovely.
We've got a raging sun outside, Mike.
I will wear this
perfect for that.
1/8 of the day. 3 hours a day. Exactly. So we
We can
thank
have
him.
the sunroof open with that on. You'd be A-okay.
We thank him. And also, we got a lovely postcard from our good friend Robin Ferguson, who went to Playa del Carmen, Mexico, and said that we were very helpful on a most unpleasant flight to get there, and wrote the word boat 42 times on the cover.
Oh, that's
Boat,
wonderful.
Boat.
There's
boat.
something
is so
special about
nice.
a postcard. When
I
you
love
still
getting
get
a
one,
postcard.
pretty cool.
So I hope she
Yeah.
had a great trip once she got there. Thank you, Robin Ferguson. Enjoy
Nice.
your time in Mexico.
That's wonderful. Thank you. Let's get right to the mailbag today. We start with this one. Alan Brink from
Yes.
KCJJ Land has a birthday today, and a message from Bernie Sanders would really make his day. Bernie, can you come in here, please? Bernie, there you go.
I don't understand why they think that Mr. Trump's getting all the cliffs. I got plenty of people. I get 15,000 in Portland, Maine. I get people. I get 20,000 in Madison, Wisconsin. I got crowds that are just coming out of the wazoo. I'm doing this all the time. But Donald Trump, just because he's Meshuggah, because he's making all the stupid comments, he gets all the credit. I don't know why he gets the credit when I'm drawing just as big a crowd as he is. What's the deal with our political system in America, huh?
You don't like it, do you, Blaney?
Don't care for it one little bit.
Have
I
you
just
seen
think
my
it's
new hat?
disgusting. Oh, what a yarmulke. Hey, it's a Montreal Expos yarmulke. Put that next to my New York Met yarmulke, my Vermont Trader yarmulke.
Thank you. That was it.
Is there,
Yes.
Mike, and I look, Bernie was awesome.
Bernie
but,
was good.
But is there a wire loose on your end? We're having that same issue again.
Oh, no. Well,
Yes.
see, I've changed the cables, so now I'm beginning to think we have a more severe issue.
Let's
I'll
go
tell you,
back in
go
the-
talk amongst yourselves,
Yes.
and I'm going to do a little perusal just to make sure everything's hunky-dory, and then I'll be right back with you, okay?
Thank you
you're-
very
If
kindly.
you're a Mike O'Mara Show historian, let's take you back just a few days.
Yes.
To Mike's studio when he decided that he was going to have Ben O'Mara on the show.
Yes, but we're not going to mention his relatives by
that's right.
name
That's
anymore.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Ben,
He had no. We just had a relative in.
a relative,
A friend.
his relative friend.
Yes.
Yes,
And ever since then, there's been some relative difficulty
Yeah.
with his board.
and if you're keeping track at home, every time Mike does something to his equipment,
Right.
something happens.
Well, he will introduce something new into what is known as the sound chain.
And if you change one thing, you change everything.
It's like adjusting a diabetic's medicine.
Just like in the butterfly effect.
Yes.
Oh, you
exactly.
always bring it back to a
That-
movie that has Ashton Kutcher.
That movie is underrated. Not
It
enough
is.
people
It is-
talk
it is
about
a
it. Not
fantastic
enough people
movie.
talk about it.
You know, I hope you're watching on the Ustream right now because Mike keeps pacing in front of the camera. And he seems to be back now.
You're back.
Mike, the butterfly effect, do you think you've...
No. Does it sound okay now?
It
Does
sounds great now.
Yes, it does.
I have identified the problem.
Okay.
What is it?
And it is the main connection between you boys and me and the Zip, I believe. Now,
Oh,
tell me.
really?
Yeah, which is not good. That is not good.
No.
And by the way, I like to get all of my products through Amazon, but unfortunately, because we kind of had an emergency situation,
Yes.
ran into Ellsworth yesterday to
Yes.
get XLR cables, and I'm not getting another 25-footer from Radio Shack because that's all they sell at Radio Shack.
Yes.
And the music store that also has XLR cables, unfortunately, did not have any whatsoever, so it will be onto Amazon today.
Yeah.
To,
The shorter
to
the
get to-
cable, the better, Mike.
Yes.
That's the way
Yes.
I understand. So does it sound good now? Does it sound
Yeah,
like
you-
maybe
it sounds great.
plugging and unplugging helped a little bit
It's
there? or what?
steady right now. We can get through it, but the fact that you've identified the problem is the most important thing.
It is.
And I also will be very, very diligent about not touching anything.
Very good. Very good.
That's
Delicate
what I will
flower.
do.
It's
Yes.
a delicate
It's
flower.
a delicate
Moving right along, happy birthday to Steve Hinman. Now age 64, his wife Lori still needs him and still feeds him.
Do you know what that's a reference to, Oscar?
No, I don't.
All right, I thought you wouldn't, so check it out.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me?
When I'm
I've heard this. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
so-
yeah.
so
like
she
a
still
lot of
needs him?
commercials do this.
Yes.
Or AARP.
Yes, and I'm sure that's how Paul wants you to remember the song.
When you're a listener taking a trip. All right, anyway, Barbara Riley had another birthday yesterday, and she won't let her husband buy anything unless he goes through the TMOS Amazon portal. smart lady.
Yes, indeed.
And thank you, everybody, for the wonderful Amazon push. We are very
Please.
grateful for that.
Yes.
Ryan Carell, or Carol,
Carol.
turned Carol. Ryan Carroll. How do you know that? Just out of, did he give you a pronouncer, or
I'm just
do you
guessing,
know
and I
that?
like to sound definitive.
Oh, thank you. Ryan Carell turned 12 this week and took enough time away from Minecraft. I thought it was Mindcraft. It's
it's
actually
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Is your son still playing that game?
Yeah, no.
Are we still having problems? Are we
Yeah,
still having
a little
problems?
bit.
Yeah.
I want him to ride your audio.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you know what's happening, Mike?
Am I popping
You're
when I'm
popping.
getting
You're
louder?
popping. Yeah, you're
Yes.
popping.
Let me fix that for you.
Please, if you don't mind.
It is Minecraft. M-I-N-E.
Is that better?
Now we'll turn you up on our end.
Go ahead.
Okay, very good.
So then now, please speak.
I'm going to speak really loudly right now. Is that working? Is
Yes,
that okay?
that's great.
Yes. There you go.
Yes.
I'll tell you exactly what that is. That was the question of me sending you a little the audio a little too hot. That's all.
Okay.
that was.
Oh, okay.
Then
And now,
that's
if you
it. Now
turn
we're
up
good
on,
to go.
if you turn up on your end, let me know, and just continuously give me thumbs up. Let me know if
Okay.
things are
Okay.
I'll do the thumbing. Rob, you do the talking.
I'll do the riding.
Very good. Okay, moving right along. Barbara Riley. No, Ryan Carroll. Did I get Barbara Riley in there? Yes.
Yes, you
I
did. You got Barbara Riley.
Ryan Carroll turned 12 and stays away from Minecraft for cake and ice cream. Question for Rob: does Barney Fife play computer games?
I want to tell you something. You stay away from that computer and that 8-bit animation. It's trouble. That's Molly Conlon, and you got to nip it. Nip it in the bud.
And before we had the problem, I wanted to ask you this: does your son still play the Minecraft on a regular
No,
basis?
he's away from that now. He's in a basketball camp this week and last
There you
week.
go.
And
There you go.
He is killing
Nice.
it. He loves it. He comes home.
That's what I like.
And he's all sweaty and he's
Father.
Yeah,
Son.
exactly. And I almost had the guts to introduce myself to the coach yesterday. Almost.
Hey, it's all good for Frank Allgood. Frank
Nice.
Frank is now 38 and has been listening to us for most of his life, and that's all good, too. Justin King lives in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. Beautiful town.
Love
Spent
it.
many, many nice afternoons there. Took my motorcycle up there a lot, and shares a birthday with Gary Stein.
Ooh.
Gary Stein, who makes older references on a more regular basis than our own Rob Spiewak.
Well,
he
he's
actually
a
does that quite a
couple
bit.
years older than me.
June 11th, so that is a belated birthday. Happy belated wishes and mazel tov. Thank you. Russell Jackman, any relation to Hugh? I guess it doesn't say.
No, I don't think so.
He's a certified radiophile, and he had a birthday last Sunday, and he has a question. What is Major Bill Smith having for dinner tonight? Well, I'll tell you what Major Bill Smith's having for dinner tonight, sir. Russell, he's having worms crawling into his ears because he's long since dead.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, whatever he's having, I think he's down to the bones, if you get my drift here. But we're going to have some potato salad and some baby limas. Watch you have a meal, man.
You're missing out on the protein, Mike. He had spam.
Spam, that's right. Spam and baby limas, and it killed him.
It did.
Anyway, sorry about that. That was a long time ago. Adam Mayfield made it to the halfway mark of his douche-dom this week. Based on last week's bonus show, could Oscar hum him a song? Okay, so he's 35. Is that what it
Yes,
means?
halfway
Yes.
through, yeah.
Adam Mayfield?
Yeah.
Yes, Adam Mayfield.
Adam Mayfield, here you go.
Thank you.
What?
Do we know what the song is?
I'm pretty sure it was All Star by Smash Mouth.
Yeah! Not at all.
Fantastic.
No, not at all.
This Saturday is birthday numero 14 for Sophia Heller. I love Sophia as a girl's name.
Yes, beautiful.
Sophia Heller, enjoy your 14th and many, many more to come. Happy 44th birthday to P1 Nudge David Smolar. Oh, he's all over the internet,
is.
isn't he?
He is.
He loves the audiobook, frequents and uses our Amazon link, and sends a book for Rob and Oscar to share. Thank you, Dave. And Rob has the book.
I do.
Oh,
I
this
have it
is
right
wonderful.
here, Mike. It's
What is the
called
book?
Homemade Spanish. And what it is,
He's a funny man, David
this
Smolar.
is a vintage book that helps you communicate with your maid. So if I were to go,
This is so wrong.
let's say I were to go up to Oscar and say, for example,
Please.
limpi la sala, por favor.
Oh, clean the room, please.
Yeah, please clean the living room. This is a good one. Mike, mueve las muebles y limpi detrás.
And what does that mean, Oscar?
Let me see. What are you reading? Real
Well,
quick?
you'll see the translation.
Okay,
What I was trying to say was, let me give it to you one more time. Mueva las muebos y limpi detrás.
Muebles? Is that what you're Mueblos?
Yeah, M-U-E-B-L-E-S.
Okay, that's furniture.
Exactly.
Yes. And then
Clean the furniture?
Yeah, clean the furniture and limpia what?
Partial credit.
Move the furniture
and vacuum behind it is what we're looking for. This is the last one Mike will do. Quite el polvo de los libros y del estante, pero no use el peno e candra para los libros.
Okay, I got dust the books. Dust the books, and
it gets complicated. That is, dust the books in the bookcase, but do not use the oiled cloth on the books.
Oh, wow. I've got one here. Nada intercosito para los limpidos diquisinos.
Is it something about intercourse?
There will be no sex in this current condition.
My mom hired somebody that was Spanish at one point, and she knows Spanish.
Right.
And they painted her bookcase, and we had a World Book Encyclopedia at the bottom. And the guy never took the books out. He just painted around the books. And the edges of the books were all white because the guy just barely touched the books. And this little manual will probably come in handy.
Yeah,
it's very detailed.
To be more specific, we should not call it a manual, but a manual.
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you.
Moving right along, the vivacious Christina Granata Peterman would like to thank TMOS for the many years of unbridled pleasure that we have provided. That sounds naughty.
Mm-hmm.
She observes her big day this Friday and would love an individual greeting from everyone in the studio. Rob, you want to go first?
Yes, I would like to tell her happy birthday and do not use the oiled cloth on the books.
Okay, very good. And Oscar, personal greeting for Christina Granata Peterman.
Christina, feliz cumpleaños, and remember, keep it tight.
Yeah, way to go. And finally, mine, Christina. Christina, lose one of the names. It's tedious.
Too many?
Thank you.
Too
Thank
many.
you very much.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy birthday a bit early to Mr. Patrick Thomas, father to twin toddlers and the hardest-working non-Jewish attorney in the world. Does Jerry Seinfeld have any advice on the best way to celebrate?
Well, I mean, if you're out there working, you're not going to have any chance. You're working all day. You're not going to be able to help anybody. And you've got to help yourself first. You've got to help yourself first. Don't lawyer so much. Take care of yourself. Have yourself a Mai Tai. Come on now, Patrick Thomas. This is the only speed of Jerry Seinfeld I do. I'm an a-hole.
Thank you. Moving right along. Hi, gentlemen. God. I wanted to send a note of thanks to Mike. After hearing so much about Maine, I decided to take my boys, 7 and 10, on a camping trip to Acadia. Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
so
beautiful.
beautiful up here today. What an amazing place. We hiked 30 miles in 5 days, up and down 5 mountains. It is as far as the Northeast, probably the greatest place to do that. Hiking, probably the number one activity up here, and I admire everybody that does it in my family. Well, it's true. They were hoping to see a bear. I was secretly hoping to see an O'Mara. You might have. We're thick up here. We saw neither, but a great trip anyway. For me, it turned into a fully TMOS-themed trip. I saw the site of the Great Tantrum of 2015 at the Walmart in Ellsworth. The Great Tantrum of 2015, as it's already being called. That was at the Walmart in Ellsworth, the military supply store, the home of the crow-killing pellet guns, the Timbertina Lumberjack Show. Love this letter. And I drank a smiling Irish bastard. This is my hero letter today. Thanks for the great vacation and for the entertainment. Best, Jeff Crisfield. Jeff, that is a great letter. Thank you very, very much. Next one says, hey, guys, I live in the Pacific Northwest. I got a lot of mail about this.
Yeah, you probably made a lot of friends, huh?
I am not a happy person. I'm not a popular person out there. Hey, guys, I live in the Pacific Northwest, and I am listening to Tuesday's podcast. I kind of went nuts about the Cascadia Fault and the potential of
the big one,
deadly
Mike.
earthquake. At the beaches, there is a tsunami warning system all throughout the coast. They also have posted signs showing evacuation routes if there is a tsunami. But only 15 minutes to beat a 100-foot wall of water? No chance. So, if I am at the coast, I will just crack open a Black Butte Porter, my favorite craft beer, and kiss my butt goodbye. Thanks for the funny, David Dooley. This is, I've caused this bit of a stir in the Pacific Northwest with our listeners, and I apologize
Well,
for
Mike,
that.
I believe it was the uncle in Spider-Man that said, with great power comes great responsibility. You got to be careful.
You did your part.
By the way, it is not, yes, they say it's not a question of if, but when, but we are in the window now. But they said it could be tomorrow, it could be 15 years, it could be 100 years. They really don't know. So, it's like any earthquake. They can't predict it, so you don't know when it's going to happen.
But it's probably this week. Is that what you said?
Probably this week, and I'd get out of there. Hey, guys, next letter. About 7 weeks ago, I had some pretty serious surgery. For the last 20 years, I had done the majority of the cooking in the house. After surgery, I knew I wouldn't be able to do any cooking for a while. I wanted to be sure that my wife and daughter would have dinners at the house, and heard the ads for Blue Apron on TMOS.
Nice.
I set them up with a 2-person package, and they love it. My 13-year-old now cooks dinner regularly for her mom. The foods are nutritionally balanced, taste amazing, and we're all learning to use ingredients and combinations that we never have tried. This sounds like it's written by the ad agency.
This guy, yeah.
And because the meals are pre-measured into proper servings, they have dropped a few pounds as well. Thanks, TMOS, and thanks, Blue Apron. Jason, Jeannie, and Madeline Bird, or Madeline, in Charlottesville, Virginia. Isolate that and send that right out to the client.
Love it.
Perfect.
And our final letter says, fellas, my birthday is today. After an exciting year, I gave birth in March. I'll be marking 36 years on this planet. I really love it if Rob would run out and get me a big cupcake for my birthday. I'm breastfeeding, so that means I'm allowed extra calories, but don't worry, I won't whip out lunch for my boy at the KD Wave Pool. Love you guys. Nicole de Belso.
Oh, she wants a cupcake, Mike.
Go out and get it for her, Rob, will you, please?
I'll be right back.
There you go. Fantastic. That's right. And as this music plays in the bathroom in the background, I will say Seattle, Olympia, Spokane, Eugene, and our friends in Sacramento. Been nice knowing you.
Oh,
Start the show.
it!
How dare you?
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Cosby is still out on the road. Isn't that weird? He's like doing stand-up. What do you think his act is like? Do you think he's still talking about it? Yeah, you think he like says like, you ever been in trouble with the wife? You ever like get into the doghouse with the wife? You're in the doghouse with the wife because of something that you did? Like the other day, there was something about reading the paper, and I didn't want my wife to read the paper. So I got up at 5 in the morning and I snuck out to the driveway to get the paper. And I hid the paper, and the next day I got up and I hid the paper. And then the next day, I forgot to get the paper. And my wife, she said to me, what is this in the paper about the raping and the drugging and the women? And I said, do you like your life? Do you like the house and the jet? Well, then have a cappuccino and shut the flowing cup.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his office chair, here's Mike.
We are coming to you live from the Cabby Pfeiffer studio in the heart of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. On the air and online worldwide, the Mike O'Mara Show is a daily radio show and podcast with the greatest listeners on the planet because they get it. If you're here, you do too. Yeah, baby. Today's show brought to you by Homelight. We talk about Homelight because we want you to be successful if you are buying or selling a home. You need to get the best realtor. Everybody knows that, but a lot of times, I know I'm guilty of this, you don't necessarily know how to do that. You get a recommendation from a friend, you meet somebody at a cocktail party, and that's how you get your realtors. Or you might be looking in a magazine and you see an ad because there are 3,000 of them in these magazines all over America. You need Homelight.com. Homelight.com, the best way to find your perfect real estate agent. Their technology analyzes home sales data and client reviews, and they find the best agent for you based on actual past performance, which is the only way it should be done. Homelight was founded by Stanford grad. It's backed by Google. Homelight agents are all top 5 producers, and they're proven to sell faster and for up to a 9% higher selling price. They are experts in marketing and prepping your home for sale, plus they're honest, professional, and reliable. Homelight has already helped thousands of folks in D.C. and all around the country buy and sell their homes. Best of all, absolutely free for our listeners, and you get a $200 gift card when you buy or sell with Homelight. Visit Homelight.com today. That's HOMELIGHT.com, and click the microphone in the right-hand corner. Enter our promo code TMOS to contact your perfect agent through the Homelight website, or you can call them if you want to do it the old-fashioned way.
Sure.
844-321-AGENT, and tell them that Mike sent you. Homelight.com, the best way to find a real estate agent. Well, I'm happy to say to all of our listeners today that the audiobook is now available everywhere.
Everywhere.
Right about that. We were following instructions that when we launch something big, we all like to have a coordinated marketing effort and get it out on social media to all the fans of the show so everybody knows where it is. And so it's the first thing I see today that Oscar sends along a link to iTunes so that people can go to iTunes and not only preview excerpts from the book, but they can order it there if they choose to.
Right
you
on.
can also get it in a variety of other places. But this was the moment we were waiting for, because this is when it's everywhere we need it to be so that you can order it. And a lot of people use different platforms. So
Absolutely.
I get the link, and I thought I knew how to do my copy and paste thing, and then it's not working. And so I just realized at that moment how non-computer savvy I am.
But you've come a long way. Now, don't totally discount it, because you really have come a long way.
And the fact that you're willing to find the answer now is so
There
much
you
further.
go. Thank you.
Is so much further than we were years ago.
Yeah.
Thank you. I am very
We
happy
used to
you
get a lot
noticed
of
that.
this.
Yes. Yeah, you know
That's what I would have done.
Do
2
people
years
really
ago, I would've
care
done.
about the internet? And then you'd walk away.
Yeah.
Like,
2 years ago, that's what I would have done. And what I did was the old-fashioned way, wrote it down, and just typed it out into the little status bar, and then it worked. And
It did
I
work.
checked it. But here's the thing. This is where I talk about being computer savvy. This is where my little computer sometimes has a mind of its own, and then it will lead me to a question that you can all laugh at me about, but I need to fix this. So
Okay.
I get the thing, I type it out, then I test it, and it takes me to iTunes.
Good.
And the little screen that I'm looking at has the audiobook with all of its chapters there,
Yes.
right? And I'm saying, hey, that looks really, really nice. And then when I open it, it says, hit this button to view in iTunes.
Yes.
And I
Okay.
realize at that moment that it is not automatically opening up this book in iTunes. And so I click on it, and it takes me to iTunes, but it doesn't take me to the book. And now I'm starting to get frustrated. And during this whole procedure, I realized I have an Apple product that I'm typing away on here.
Sure.
And my question is, why is this iTunes not automatically opening up, and how do I do that? And I just futzed around for maybe an hour, and I'm doing this at 7:15. Now, 7:15 in the O'Mara household, we call go time.
Yeah.
Mama's up. Mama-in-law is up. Baby's crying. Dogs need to go out. Trash needs to come in.
Sounds like a Hank
Daddy's
Williams
prepping
song.
a show. Oh my God! Yeah, you know what? I'm out of my mind, and I'm dealing with this. I said, because in my mind, what I didn't want to get was you, Rob, or you, Oscar, texting me and saying you didn't put the link up properly. I just didn't want to deal with that. So what I had to do was validate the fact that the link for our audiobook, which is a fine product that I am proud to stand behind, is available in iTunes the right way. And I'm dicking around with this dicking around computer that somehow took my iTunes, which I should have and I'm looking all over for my computer for my iTunes, which, by the way, should have all my music and everything else there.
Yeah.
And I don't see it. And I open up, then I go to, here you go, listen to this.
All
I
right.
go to Finder.
Oh.
Finder is great.
Here
What
we
it's
go.
used, Mike, it's
Simple
used
little
to find find things. So
Yes,
if you want
thank
to
you,
find
Rob.
something, click
Right.
on the Finder.
I go to Finder, and that's what you're supposed to do. Open that up. And by the way, Finder, really, of all the little icons on my computer, it's the friendliest one.
Why?
It's got a smiley face.
You could do a whole cartoon show on the Finder icon. You could actually have that, because it's sitting there going, "I'll help you with everything." And I open it up, and then I put in iTunes, and it doesn't give me iTunes, which is all I'm not gonna make money at it today.
No.
But it's all that I wanted. I just wanted to have my iTunes open, and it gives me another window, and it's got iTunes Cash, CACHE.
Mike, if you be our 10th caller, you can win stacks of iTunes Cash.
iTunes Cash. It's got. Well, let me do it. I'm gonna put it in here.
CHACH.
Yeah.
Let me.
Cash.
So I'm in. I go to
Right?
Finder, and it says, and it's in all
CACHE.
my files.
Files.
It's in iTunes. I'm opening it up right here, and
HE.
it gives
Cash.
me.
Cash.
But not SH.
No.
Well, now it gives me all my songs, and I don't want that either. I wanted
right, how about this?
I wanted to open up iTunes.
Click
That's
your
what I wanted.
magnifying glass.
Click your applications icon.
Mike, this isn't really you. I love to make fun of you, but iTunes gets updated so much that within, I would say, a quarterly basis, you're looking for where to click on the iTunes store to search for something.
Yeah, it does
Well,
change a
I
lot.
opened up my applications. Now, what am I supposed to do?
You find the iTunes logo
Logo.
within the applications.
It says
It will be under I.
iTunes.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm not that stupid. Thank you
It's
very much.
probably
mean you were
pink.
stupid.
Okay,
or a
we
fuchsia
have. All right,
color.
let me take you through that, boys. We have export for iTunes, TuneSpan, Bar Tunes, Skip Tunes, iBatch for Tunes, Muzzy for iTunes, Controls Tunes. What the hell am I supposed to do, Rob?
You're doing the work.
No, you know what? But what I don't have, I'm smart. Cockatoo for iTunes Lite.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, wow.
Are you in the
Do you-
App Store?
Yeah.
You don't want to be
No,
in the
no,
App
your
Store.
applications, Mike.
You don't want to be in the applications.
Oh, hold on.
I
let me do
thought
that.
he had a
Turn
lot
that
of
goddamn music off for a
I
second.
thought he had a lot of applications.
Okay, do me a
he'd
favor.
gotten.
Go
I'm
to-
opening. I open my apps now. I have the App Store and.
And you see
I've
the
got-
iTunes guy?
This is no, I don't.
No, you don't. This is the problem. Okay, first off, Mike, this isn't your fault. The fact that you're trying is commendable, right? But this is something that if you keep on going into the App Store, you're never going to figure out. You have to find a different applications tab that's on your bottom row navigation bar, if you will.
I'm
I
in
will.
my.
He
I'm
will.
in my system preferences right now.
No,
that's not what you need.
where you
No.
want to be. You know where you want to be is somewhere else because I got to help you with this off the air because there's no way you're going
Thank
to get
you.
it here.
There's something that has
Right now,
an
there are listeners right now that are going, "Yes, Oscar, yes." Tell him to shut up. Tell him to shut up right now. All right, everybody. We'll come back and I'll tell you all about my fun dinner with the ladies last
nice.
night. Ooh, the ladies. Yeah, we'll take a break. Come back with more. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. Man, we're running late.
I'm Oscar Santana.
And I'm Todd Moore, and we're trying to bridge the gap between entertainment and
Technology.
and we're doing it right now.
Yes, and we're much better than Rob Spiewak.
F you, Rob.
Listen to Tech 4-in-1. It's available on michaelmarashow.com or find us on iTunes. Just search.
For Tech 411 Show.
More Broadcasting. For more information, visit us at morebroadcasting.com.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by ZipRecruiter.com. Business owners, do you know that summer is the best time to hire the best people? With all your competitors on vacation, now is the time to find quality candidates. And it's finding the best that you need to do. You can't rely on one single job posting. It's
true.
When you're already short-staffed, you don't have the time to deal with dozens of different job sites. And let me tell you something, there are so many of them up there, and it's tough to navigate. Until now, we want to thank ZipRecruiter.com. With ZipRecruiter.com, you can post to over 100 job sites with one single click, and you'll be instantly matched to the best candidates from over 4 million resumes. That's right, I said 4 million, Mr. Powers. Just one post, and within 24 hours, you can sit back and watch your candidates appear in ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use interface. Actual client testimonials call ZipRecruiter effective, essential, and second to none. Plus, it's the best way to weed out the duds from the studs.
Actual quote.
I love
Actual
that.
quote. Isn't that great?
ZipRecruiter has been used by over 400,000 businesses. Shouldn't you give it a try? You can try ZipRecruiter today, and it's free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS and get started. That's ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS. Don't wait. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/TMOS, and we thank you. So, Up here, it's something where I'm just becoming aware of the fact that why am I not having as great a time as everybody else is? And I suddenly, like a bolt of lightning, realized that, well, you're in an area where people are recreating, but you're not recreating. It's a school night.
Isn't it called Vacation Land USA up
well,
there?
It's Vacation Land, and, I'm up here, and I realize that, like my brother-in-law, he'll fly in for the weekend, and then he goes off to put his nose to the grindstone all week long, and a lot of people do that too. And, you have your Mr. Moms that are up here, and those are the guys you see that are, they're slaying the dragon with the kids. It's a little role reversal. But by and large, you've got most people that are up here enjoying their summer. And,
yes.
And I realized...
But kept men and kept women.
Yes, and I realized last night that I have to go to dinner with my sister and her friend and my mother-in-law and my wife because my sister's friend is up here on a little vacation. My sister is not working. She's semi-retired, and so she's up here. And I'm with the friend, and I'm going out with them, and I'm like, why am I not lighthearted and located? Well, it's because it's Tuesday night, boys. Yeah. It's Tuesday night.
But to them, it's every night is Friday for them.
That's it.
Yep,
it doesn't matter.
exactly.
They do things on Monday up here. They do things on Tuesday. And then I sit down and I realize that, it's not. I'm not so old school that I think that men are the only people that do the jobs. But I'm sitting down there at a little hen party.
Yep.
And that's when I decided, well, I'll just find as much red wine as I can possibly drink.
How'd that work out?
Sit quiet. I like to think that I'm a pretty interesting dinner party guest. I like to say that I'm somebody who is fun to have at a table. I have never felt more incidental than I did last night, just sitting there. Yeah, and and I really, to be honest with you, I think if I'd really made a fist and said, I got a little work to do, and I'd really like to stay behind, but then it would have been me being Mr. Mom, and I didn't want to do that because we already had a babysitter, and I'm not going to stay in the house while the babysitter's there. That's a little creepy.
Or
there's no need for me to do that.
Wait
too.
a second.
If you need any help, darling.
I sat at this.
Don't glaze over this. You've got a new babysitter?
Well, yeah, you've got two new in the pipipeline. One that was came to work last night, and then we've got another one that we're going to try out and see how that works.
Wow,
do that.
Are they white?
Come on, it's not the world according to Garp. Okay, please. No, they're not Spanish. She's a very nice
college
girl.
students.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't ask those questions.
Home for the
That's my
summer.
wife's
Local
job.
girls?
I
Tanned?
think
Go to the pool during the day?
They probably. This is a local young lady.
Oh,
who
nice.
Works for a buddy of mine and up here and
does she swim?
Well, I'm the one that has to deal with this.
Lobster
I'm
woman?
the one that has to deal with this.
Probably not a lobster woman. Probably not a lumberjack.
It's not a lobster woman. No.
Does she look more like Timber Tina or Timber Tina's associates?
You mean the guy?
Timber Tina's associates. It's not a guy, but it's a young girl, and it's a young, very, very, very sweet, very kind.
Comes highly recommended.
Seem very smart too, which I like.
Would she play on the girls' field hockey team or the girls' volleyball team?
Okay, we're done with this line of questioning right now. We're not going to be answering any of these questions whatsoever.
Yes, let's get back to the ladies who lunch.
Here's the thing. I sat at this, and I'm very fond of my sister, and I'm very fond of my wife. And
ringing endorsements both.
And I'm very fond of their guests, my mother-in-law and the young lady that was visiting with my sister. But I will tell you, then once they got first of all, they put my chair. We sat at a table for 5, and they put me at the end of the table, which I know it's very courteous, but to me it's a fat joke. It's a fat joke. Right
You
away.
didn't
It's
all
like,
see it that since you were the only man among them that you were seated at the head of the table?
Sit at that, but
You're the celebrity
the
among
table.
them.
The table was mashed up against the wall, and you had 4 seats, and then they just stuck me out like you'd put the kids' high chair. That's the way.
Awkward duck. Yeah.
The awkward kind of sitting out there in the middle of the room. It's just like, you'll be more comfortable over here, Mr. Fatman.
Yeah.
There you go. Brother, can I have a blueberry muffin, please? So I'm sitting there, and that gives me the bad taste in my mouth. And then I am not lying. For the entire evening at dinner, I heard this. And I literally am not paying attention to anything they're saying.
Does it have anything to do with the fact that when you start to lose some hearing, and we both have, the first frequency to go is that middle frequency, the frequency of a woman's voice. So
I know
it's
the
easy
subject.
to tune out.
I give you the subject headlines.
All right,
I
go
know
ahead. Bullet points?
There was food. I mean, I like food. I like talking about food. I can handle an Ina Garten discussion. I can do that. I can handle that. But just the way they were doing it, they were doing a lot of salads, and at one point the subject of kale came up, and I'm 150 miles away. Then they started talking about jewelry, and I'm like, inside I'm trying to be polite, and outside I'm trying to be polite. Inside I'm going, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing here? And I don't know how to approach it with my beloved by saying, I'd kind of like to live a life like we live down in our other place, and just
solitude.
There are a lot of people.
Yes.
Up here. No, not total solitude, but on the week. No, Oscar, you're getting me in trouble with the field hockey, and now you're getting me in trouble with
it's
this.
fine. It's you want to live. You want to go back to the Hermitage and just wait.
I just want
liked
to
it when we were alone and nobody talked to us.
Yeah, when we stared at each other.
I am very, very pleased to be around family. I am truly pleased. It's just look, I have nothing to complain about.
Yeah, but you can work a
room.
room.
My life is truly blessed.
Like, you can work a room like no other person I know.
Yeah,
right?
and you know what? It speaks to the power of this, I guess, a quadrumvirate, because it's not a triumvirate, but these four ladies that you are one of the most dynamic, entertaining, engaging people to dine with that I've ever met.
Yeah, you could have brought quinoa up, and the women would have gone crazy.
I got so desperate, I tried to engage the waiter in a conversation. He wasn't having any. He was busy as hell. So, I got the flyby from Richard Simmons that I'm not going to have it. So there's nothing going there, and I just felt I felt out of sorts. I felt, to be honest with you, I'm not going to lay a guilt trip on you boys, but you didn't make the pilgrimage this year. So as far as I'm concerned, I wait for the weekends and I latch on to male companionship because it's just when I have my my cousin Ben up here, and he's leaving today, unfortunately. So he's rolling out, and I just it felt a little like maybe I should be back in Washington D.C. slaying the dragon.
You feel emasculated.
I feel slightly
all
emasculated.
The guys leave, to slay the dragon.
They're down there going,
to slay the dragon.
Gotta go to work.
Yeah, you're like,
my brother-in-law is like a kind of a power broker guy, right?
Sure.
I mean, he's got that powerful job. Where are you going? Paul's flying to Scandinavia next week. Yeah, okay. So, and what are you doing? Well, I'm going to my bedroom to do my show. And then I'm coming back.
This is what it is. You have nothing. You have in that type of conversation. You're like, hey, okay, do you want me to pick you up from the airport when you come back next week?
Yeah. Man, I'll tell you something. What a tough week I had at work. Boy, that was really, really difficult. Yeah, we had to run the numbers of these things, and I say, man, Mike, what about you? I had a tough time with the dinghy. Okay, thanks, Nancy. Yeah, that's true. Had a tough time with the dinghy. Went to the Timbertina Lumberjack show.
Not only that, my bedroom was oppressively hot. Just sizzling.
And of course, in my free time, I watch The Baby. Anyway, it's sexist. I apologize that it's sexist, but it's real. We'll take a break and come back with more fun and more thrills on the Mike O'Meara Show after I pull that.
But he won't mind, 'cause he's in love and he says love is fine.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Meara Show. Summer is here, everybody. It's time for sun and time for fun. Anybody that lives in the Southeast or the Mid-Atlantic knows yesterday was what we like to call a roaster. It is time to deal with a hot home. That's one of the biggest problems when you live in a hot climate, that awful summertime glare. Luckily, you got Blinds.com. They can help you. You can beat the summer heat. They've got cellular shades. They've got solar shades. They've even got exterior shades. Your house will stay cooler and your electric bill will drop. Blinds.com has been helping folks for over 25 years, and they have incredible design consultants that are with you every single step of the way. You can call Blinds.com and you'll talk to a real person. My experience when I talked to them, fantastic, and they had no idea that I was doing a radio show. They deal with everybody like that at Blinds.com. They're incredible professionals. They've got it all, free color samples, free shipping. It's very easy to install. You can do it yourself, or they can help you by getting a professional to do it at your house. They have a sure fit guarantee. If you measure wrong, they'll make it right, and it's free, even if it's your mistake. Here's what I want you to do. Go to Blinds.com and start enjoying your home and patio without the annoying heat and glare. You'll see easy in a whole new light night with Blinds.com, as seen in Mike O'Mara's Florida home. I know I mentioned Bernie Sanders a while back, and we did a little Bernie at the beginning of the show today, but, it's kind of interesting that Bernie Sanders on the Democratic side is pulling the same kind of crowds and surprising crowds that the Trumpster, Donald Trump, is doing on the Republican side, but Trump is he's getting all the attention.
It's more fun to cover an idiot. It's more fun to cover him. He's a clown.
But he may be a clown, but he is leading in the polling. Have you let your mind go towards the fact that this is somewhat unprecedented in American politics? That you can make all the jokes about Donald Trump you may. Everybody can call him a jackass. Everybody can call him an idiot. But the fact is, he is drawing incredible crowds, and it's just. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared about it. You know who else drew incredible
crowds, and I was in the crowd?
Hitler?
Actually, well, yeah, I was not in that crowd, Oscar.
There you go.
But Ross Perot. Ross Perot had amazing support and excitement, and you know what? There was at least part of it was the fact, wouldn't it be fun and funny to see this guy as president? What would happen if this guy became president? And I think there's some of that happening again. Ross Perot probably better suited for the presidency than Donald Trump, but then again, so is Mac. And it's the Donald Trump thing also is, I think, the most recent ABC poll they cited, he had a tick down, and they think it's because the polls take a little while to reflect things that were a few days ago.
Let me get the most recent, because I'm not sure I agree with you there. Washington Post. Well, that's 2 days ago. Washington Post says businessman Donald Trump surged into the lead for the 2016 Republican presidential race. They don't.
But
have
I wonder how
right
fast the polls are to reflect something like what he said about John McCain.
But guys, what's happening, and we'll get to you in a second, Mac. Thanks for putting your finger up. He's learning how to communicate on the radio, which is great.
Does he have the poll numbers? Do you have the most recent poll numbers, Mac?
Yes, he's. But the poll numbers, the most recent ones, 2/3 of those surveyed were before the McCain thing.
Okay, all right, so that is an old poll.
So
they have a 2-day cycle.
So it's early. But this is I guess what the point I want to make is this, is that he is causing such damage to the Republican Party because he's stealing all the attention away from the other candidates that eventually they're going to have to take him down some way, one way or another. There's no way this guy gets, and mark my words, he can't get to the White House because, or even further down the election, I don't think he's going to be nominated, period, simply because there's too much. If you take the 14 other people that are going against
15 now.
15. If you take those people, all those people are losing out to Trump. I don't know who did it yesterday, but they had some guy came out with a chainsaw and chainsaw the
that
tax
was Rand
code.
Paul. That was Rand Paul.
Yeah, I set a fire and he played Jimi Hendrix.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to garner attention.
Yeah.
Now, as far as promotion, you can't. Donald Trump is winning. Outside of that, I really don't know what else he's winning at.
Well,
And now, returning to our regularly
I'm
scheduled
sorry about
program.
that. I apologize. That just
Trump
jumped
started
on,
the day.
and I hate it when that
timing
does
was
that.
perfect.
It was.
There's a big discrepancy between some of these polls, and I think everybody recognizes that this is maybe not going to last, but. We've been saying that now for how long, and he just hangs in.
When's the first debate?
The first debate, I don't know when it is, Oscar, but they're going to have 10 people. Only 10 will be on the stage, and there are, 16, 17 candidates?
16 as of today.
At 16 as of the guy from Ohio jumped in the race today. You're going to have these legitimate political figures that are going to be pushed off the stage because of the old blowhard there. And I think people are going to be a couple of things are going to happen. You're going to have Donald Trump participate in these debates, and you're probably going to have more interest in these debates than has ever happened before. Because now it's turned into a sideshow. It's turned into entertainment. That's what we do. Don't we get what we deserve?
Yeah,
because
we do.
Why are people going to pay attention to this? People are going to pay attention not because they care about the issues and what's going to be said. They're going to watch because they want to see Donald make fun of people. That's what it is. That's what they're going to do.
If they stage a debate and they have someone who really knows how to run it, and it depends, because they have all different debate formats, he could be destroyed in the first debate. because he has to play by the rules, and they can shut him up. It's not a press conference. It's not an 11,000-person rally where he may or may not have hired people to come in and hold signs. It's a controlled, real environment. And I think what will undo him in this early part of the election is reality. He's right now operating almost above reality because he's created his own situations. And once he gets into the real thick of it, it's not going to exist.
He is in the thick of it, Rob. He's in the thick of it right now. I mean,
he's in the thick of it.
Everybody's saying you wait till it really gets serious. How serious? He is now a legitimate guy rolling into these towns, rolling into these 15,000-seat auditoriums.
He has not yet sat down in a controlled political atmosphere with his opponents where he can be told to shut up. That's when it gets real.
I don't think that's going to – I think he is going – really, when it's in the debate forum, he is going to do fine. It kills me. It kills me to say good things about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not going to – look, if you don't think Donald Trump has sounded like an idiot so far, of course he has. He has said stupid things. Do you think suddenly he's going to be up on a stage with 9 other candidates and he's going to do his little Donald Trump show and people are going to go, oh, well, he doesn't sound like he's qualified. He hasn't sounded like he's qualified from day one.
They're talking about issues, real issues, though. And this is to be.
He talks about issues.
Yeah, but he's talking about issues to nobody else. He's talking into a microphone. When somebody's got to debate him, he's got to answer a question intelligently. That's going to be a problem.
And he's going to have to be able to deal with what they throw at him. He's really good at sticking to his talking points.
Yeah, and when you're watching The Apprentice, how many takes does it take for him to fire somebody?
Yeah,
who knows?
Yeah. The thing about it is, I don't think that. Look, it's been proven you don't have to have that incredible depth of knowledge to perform well in a debate. Did anybody see the movie about Sarah Palin?
Yes,
come
true,
on.
true.
You can prep them, and I bet. Listen, there's one thing I hate to say good things about Donald Trump, but the numbers don't lie when you're looking at this. And look, I cannot stand him. I've called him a douche on this show.
Right.
I've said that about. But you can't argue with the fact that there is a segment of the party that is lapping up the crap that this guy is trolling out, and they are loving every minute of it. And I don't think a debate is going to do anything to knock him off his pedestal. I think he might come back to the pack when people are talking about the serious business of running the country. But I don't think he's. I think we have had the major gaffe, and I got news for you, folks. It didn't knock him down. The John McCain crap did not sidetrack him. He didn't really apologize. He's chugging along.
True.
And he's getting these poll numbers.
Yeah.
And I have heard the people that are on the right saying very nice things about him. They like what he's saying because he's a bit of. You remember John McCain wanted to run as a maverick.
Yep.
You've got Donald Trump doing the same thing right now. And the rest of us that really don't have a dog in that fight but like political theater, myself especially, I kind of like this show.
Well,
it's a great show. It's a great show.
But so is it scary or is it fun right now? I don't think it's scary.
It's not scary yet.
It's not scary. It's not.
Fun,
it's not.
right?
But what's scary is, there's a movie that was out a long, long time ago with Christopher Walken, and that movie was called The Dead Zone. And that's when anybody that has watched that movie knows what I'm talking about. I think they remade it. I think that's how old that movie is. I think they remade The Dead Zone, and it's about a presidential candidate that captures the imagination.
Yeah.
But in his real life, he's just inherently evil. I go this way with Donald Trump. If you looked at my search engine and you reviewed it, you would say, hey, next to the porn, he's really paying a lot of attention to Donald Trump.
Have you gotten mixed up at all and looked for any Donald Trump porn?
Wouldn't have a chance of doing that.
That is the dead zone right there.
I click on all things Trump.
Yeah.
And I know that there are a lot of people on my team, the people that think politically the way I do, that look at Donald Trump. We like the entertainment. We like the theater. And I think maybe the good that may come out of this is that the politicians, the regular guys, are less controlled, and it's more of a free-form debate. That's not bad, but it's bad to make stupid, dishonest statements.
True.
When you talk about his opponents right now, really the ball is in their court when it comes to the debate.
It is, and
if they all apply themselves, and if there's 9 other people on the stage with him, and they all have a tactical way to defuse or point out what we already know about him, that might knock him down a peg. Do you think that way?
It might. It's I think that what we're finding out here with Donald Trump more than these other candidates is that controversy likes him.
Trump's
That's seriously what they're talking about. I'm looking at NBC right now. Says Donald Trump maintains a formidable lead in the latest WAPO ABC News poll in the primary, and that's what it is. I mean, that's really
still
the
growing,
way it
or
goes.
is he knocking down?
I'm not sure. I mean, polling, Rob, is fluid.
I know
so
it's inexact, and also there's.
So don't ask me the specifics about the poll.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
But we'll see what happens. But I check in on the guy all the time when I'm not trying to find better industrial strength Velcro.
Let's just another quick question on Trump, and I'm looking at all these different articles here. There was one soundbite I heard yesterday on the news that said that some of these Republican candidates are scared to go after him because they're going to alienate the Trump supporters because they would look like the man is trying to keep Trump down.
What I wish for, and look, it's not my team, as I told you that.
Right.
I wish for, if I was managing a candidate, I would say that you go after him more than any of the other guys.
Of course.
Both barrels, shut him down, because this might be wishful thinking on my part. I think there are more people in the Republican Party that would like to see a legitimate candidate rise to the top than this guy. I hope so. Could it be wishful thinking?
Yeah.
But I've also had conversations with some of my friends on the right, and sometimes I'm thinking maybe Donald Trump is just perfect for them. I don't know.
Of course, but let me ask you this, and you as a political theater, all right? Because of the Trump, involvement in the election, the Republican Party is getting more attention now, be it good or bad, than it has in a long time.
True.
Because
Absolutely.
he is fun. He's good
Top
to
of
cover.
the news cycle all the time.
A lot of fun.
So ultimately, let's just go with the theory that he's not electable. All right, and I think that's not a stretch.
Okay.
Let's say that. Will all this attention to the Republican Party ultimately, once they remove him from the process, does it benefit the party?
It's funny how you say once they remove him from the process. There's nobody that's going to remove him from the process.
I understand, but what I said is, what I meant to at least imply is that if we go with the theory that he's not electable and maybe he's not removed, but he steps down or...
He's removed. Like a principal comes in there, goes from The Simpsons.
I'm sorry,
Principal
Mr.
Skinner
Trump.
comes in there and goes, Mr. Trump, you're going to have to leave the stage right now.
Like a straight
I need you to get off the
along.
stage right now.
But going with the theory that he's not electable. And
that he doesn't make it, that he drops out.
He either drops out or something, God forbid something happens.
Let's just go on this.
Okay.
Let's say Donald Trump, let's take the country out of it, his motives. Let's say that the most basic instinct is his ego, and he is doing this for the ego.
Okay.
Do you think now, after all this, do you think he's in any hurry whatsoever to drop out of the race? I see this lasting. I mean, I was going to say, I was the guy that said, he was going to say something stupid, and then his star was going to fall. He said a couple of things stupid, and he's now. I think he's getting bigger crowds now because there are people that, screw John McCain. You know why because those are the people that are saying screw John McCain because John McCain lost the election. That's why. That's why he is not being completely eviscerated for these statements.
He doesn't like to associate with losers or people
I don't
who are
like
captured.
losers. I don't. And it's all about the win, baby.
Yeah, okay,
it's about the win and getting the White House back from the evil Barack Obama. That's what that part of the party says. I was somebody who didn't think he would last 2 hours in this, and he is now. I'm saying you got to give the guy the due with these polls. He is rocking and rolling. He's going to be on the stage.
It's fun to
there.
watch the train wreck. I just don't want the train to go. I don't want it to go too further down the track. That's all I'd say.
And I wonder if people in the Republican Party feel the same way, or that at a certain point, I've actually, in my mind, put a scenario out there. Stranger things have happened in American politics.
True.
You could have Hillary Trump. I think it's plausible. I don't think it's completely implausible.
Way.
Well, I mean, how about this?
He's leading in the polls.
It doesn't matter. He's leading Hillary regardless.
But Oscar,
no, he's not leading Hillary, but he's leading the Republican.
Hillary's going to.
Yeah, but Mike is saying what the election could be. But also, and when Mike says stranger things have happened, I remember where I was when Arnold Schwarzenegger announced he was running for governor, and we said,
Bingo.
Ridiculous.
Ronald Reagan back in the day.
Used
Ronald
to
Reagan
get a laugh. It used
was
to
a
get a
laugh
laugh.
because he was an actor and he
Yes.
didn't have a chance. Stranger things have happened
He's
in
right.
American politics.
You guys are freaking me out.
Yeah, and you know what?
Fun.
He better not count on any votes up in Seattle because it's gone.
Yeah, well,
Those electorates, why bother?
give Donald Trump those facts and we'll come back. So the point I'm trying to make
This
here
is
is
fun.
for somebody who was saying, hey, it's a train wreck, it's a joke, you're looking at the polls right now. He's going to be up on that stage, and I don't think he's going to wilt under the pressure.
Wow.
I don't like the guy. I think the guy's a BS artist of the highest order, and I think he's a damn dummy, but I don't think he's going anywhere, and we'll see what happens. So-
But as you said, Mike, it sure is fun.
fun to watch. We'll take a break, come back with news you may not need right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hello, friends. My name is Marcus Serta. Does your family not understand what a P1 is? Do your friends not get why your references are from 1932? Do your coworkers not get why you laugh hysterically from your cubicle? I do, and I can help. Join us every week on Omericast, where you're going to meet others like you who love more broadcasting. You are one of us. Omericast, where we understand you.
It's very nice, Marcus. I appreciate that. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Marcus, very, very terrific on churning out the promos, isn't he?
Have you ever made a promo?
Good stuff. This segment of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by Next Issue. We've been telling you about this. Next Issue is amazing, and you can get your free 30-day trial of nextissue.com by going to nextissue.com/TMOS. Instant and unlimited access to all the magazines you crave, plus enriched web content and extra photos, videos, and as my wife likes to say, no clutter.
That's
Oscar,
awesome.
what are you reading right now?
Mike, we've talked to you about cars. We've talked to you about computers. Let me tell you about Sound and Vision magazine, which is featured on Next Issue. Sound and Vision, for all you tech heads or audiophiles out there, is perfect. There was an article here about Behemoth Backyard Bayou. People want projection screens in their backyard.
Yes, big
They
deal, yes.
give you a full rundown on what are the best projection screens out there and what you can actually project and how far you can and all the details and specs. You can get it right there on Sound and Vision on Next Issue.
So cool.
Let me tell you something that's great about nextissue.com. Plans start at less than $10 a month, and that is tons of magazines for that. And one account can be shared by up to 5 devices. So the fact is, you get the great deal on all these magazines, and you can share them so everybody gets what they want, and they can read all the articles on all these great magazines. There are hundreds of them, and you will love it. Get your free 30-day trial at nextissue.com/TMOS. Do it right now and read up, way up on all your interests. Nextissue.com/TMOS, and we thank you for that. I think you're going to love this, and as I said, it just validated my feelings about The Rock, because The Rock is the man, and he's the big movie star, and he's on the cover of Esquire magazine. Just thought I'd share that with you. And they're saying The Rock is dead, by the way. It's Dwayne Johnson now, and he's a super big movie star.
Cool.
So what do you think of that? Remember
Very
all the
cool.
people
You're
that mocked
right.
me?
News.
Boo. How's that for padding? Anyway, this is either a tragedy or, if you believe, Michael.
Your music's way too loud.
Guys.
There you go.
Better.
There you go. Do you
How's
hear-
that now?
That sounds great.
Much
now.
better.
That has nothing to do
Thank
with us,
you.
by the way. You always futz with that level, so it's on you.
Well, that's the level you get. I didn't do anything on my end. So
Oh,
it's,
really?
the one
Okay.
I send to you has kind of been the problem all day.
Oh,
We fixed
really?
it. I'm very glad.
Thank you.
This is either a tragedy or, if you believe Michael Jackson was a child molester, a triumph. Almost all traces of Michael have been stripped from the Neverland Ranch. A company called Sotheby's International Realty is trying to sell it for $100 million.
Wow.
And on their website, they make no mention of it ever having belonged to Michael Jackson. In fact, it's just referred to as the Sycamore Valley Ranch.
They don't even call it Neverland anymore?
They would call it Neverland. It's
Wow, when
funny,
they said
isn't
when you say they removed all traces of Michael Jackson, I thought sure it involved Windex and bleach.
Here's the thing. It's so gross.
It is, isn't it?
The
Hot
thing
pony.
about it, I think what probably happened is, well, let me read the story and then we'll talk about it. The
All right.
online listing does have one very obvious remnant of Michael's time there. In a few pictures, you can see that the shrubs forming the word Neverland are still there in front of the main house, so they didn't change that. The only history they give of the property is this, quote, the home was designed by Robert Altivers for William Bone in a French Normandy.
William who?
Bone.
The property was designed by Robert Altivers for William Bone in a French Normandy style and meticulously crafted to perfection in 1982. Michael bought it in 1987. Come on. It seems to me that they probably had this on the market as Neverland and Michael Jackson, and they just weren't getting any hits. Nobody wanted to touch it.
If memory serves, I think it's been on the market for less than $100 million.
What do you do with all the bumper cars?
I think they took all that crap out of there. All
Really?
the Ferris wheel and all that. I don't think that's
The
there
cartoon size lollipop?
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing the cartoon.
What about the primate house, Mike?
Where's the cartoon phallus?
Now, kids, lick this and then lick this.
And that's how the door opens.
There we go. Now you know why he's been taken off. Add Stephen Baldwin to the long list of people who want to beat the crap out of Justin Bieber.
Wow.
It's another day. It's another Bieber story,
You
people.
got your finger on the pulse of the public, Mike.
Stephen has an 18-year-old daughter named Haley, Hailey, who's starting to become a pretty famous model.
She's gorgeous, by the way.
Is she really?
Oh, yeah.
Is she in the Rat Pack with Gigi and those and Kendall Jenner and
No,
those?
she. I don't know if she hangs out with them. She definitely hangs out with. I know she's friends with Taylor Swift. I know that.
Oh, okay.
It's that little younger Hollywood. These days.
Well, Haley has also been. She's been seeing Justin, and sources say he was a total jerk to her when they went to Miami together last month. Stephen heard about that and also saw the hickey that Justin left on his daughter's neck.
Oh no,
that is a father's nightmare.
It is.
Like a fledgling teen pop star leaving a hickey on your daughter's the rising star model neck, and you're sitting there, you're like, what is going on with my life?
Did you fall? How do you bruise your neck?
A source says, quote, that hickey made him go ballistic, and he's promised to straighten Justin out the next time he sees him. And, the hickey, isn't the hickey the little white trash, the white trash symbol of affection?
It is. It really is. It's not so classy.
Even as a young man, when that would happen, I was mortified. Mortified.
By the way, growing up in his formative sexual development, Oscar covered head to toe in hickeys.
Yeah.
When Anne Hathaway won her Oscar for Les Miserables, she got super emotional, and she was so stoked she carried around with her to all the after parties. Amy Schumer makes a joke about that in her new movie Trainwreck. Anybody see it yet? By the way, has anybody seen?
I've not seen it yet.
Nah, Ant-Man is my deal.
I think it's going to be great. Ant-Man is, yeah.
After her co-star Bill Hader wins an award for his charity work, she accuses him of acting like, quote, Anne Hathaway on Oscar night. That's funny. And I like the way Anne handled it. She's totally cool. She went to see the movie on Monday. She posted a picture of her ticket stub on Instagram. In the caption, she said, quote, Dear Amy Schumer, don't pretend like when you win your Oscar, which you could for your brilliant and refreshing writing and or acting in Trainwreck, you won't tote it around to every Oscar party you go to.
Wow.
Way to slay. So that's cool. That's the way
cool.
you handle it. That's a primer on how to do that. Anne Hathaway, smart.
She's smart.
A woman went to a Walgreens in Huntley, Illinois yesterday and saw their Halloween candy was already out. This is just a random story, just a real quickie here. They have Halloween candy out at Walgreens. Her husband took a picture of it, holding up a newspaper next to it.
Oh, to show the date.
Prove,
That's great.
Just to prove. As of today, it's exactly 100 days until Halloween. Probably a little longer than that, and I think that's a little too early. So
it's going to
starts
melt.
the cycle.
What if AC goes out? You know?
All the Snickers going to stick together.
Oh, my God.
Well, those will be the Kit Kat bars that when you get them, will have like the white edges.
Oh, they're dusty.
Too,
Yeah.
because they'll be dusty
And also,
candy.
if they go through a melt, you look at the top and they say Kit
Kat. Your grandmother was probably an excellent cook. Your mom too, and you might be. I know Rob does a lot of cooking. I've done a little too. It's hard to say since people really in America now don't cook enough to have an answer one way or the other. A new survey found the average person only knows how to cook 5 meals or less without a recipe.
Like from memory, really?
Oh, there's only one person I want to go to, Mr. Santana.
If my Blue Apron days aside,
yes, of course,
I'll say
that doesn't count because they're making
they give you
that's the recipe.
I know how to make 4 things.
Okay,
Four solid things
right in the middle.
Yeah.
Of the
Wow.
1 in 3 say they only try a new recipe about once a year, and 1 in 8 say they wouldn't trust themselves to cook anything without a recipe, not even an omelet. Also, people are much more likely to get their recipes from their mothers than their fathers. Half of women say they learned how to cook their best meals from their mom. Only 5% got them from their fathers. And that's probably not the case in the Spiewak household.
We're actually going through a thing now where we're teaching Julia how to be more responsible with cooking stuff. Last night she made spaghetti, and I kept a track of her by texting her. Because I was in the basement doing some stuff, and I said, "How's it going? Is the water boiling?" "Yes." "Put the noodles in, salt it, oil it, 8 minutes," and she did great. She made
homemade
a fantastic
sauce or out of a jar?
It was out of a jar, but she did have to brown and drain the ground beef, to put the meat in the sauce.
Smart. I wish I learned all of that. I mean,
but it's very cool, and she hates it. But it's great to watch her coming right along.
Well, let me just say congratulations to Julia on that meal, and congratulations to Rob for continuing to watch the carbs.
That's right.
I have to do it every day. I'm sorry. Hey, we all get it. Anyway, there's a guy in Canada named Peter McAtee who survived getting hit by lightning when he was 14. I don't know why I smile when I read a story about somebody being hit by lightning, but for some reason, I get the cartoon image or, the Caddyshack image of being hit by lightning.
Of glowing? I think it's a while before the real heavy stuff comes.
It happened during a boat trip in Nova Scotia, very close to me up here, while he was wading in a lake on a sunny day. And now that he's in his 40s, he just won $1 million lottery jackpot.
What?
Oh, my God.
He was hit by lightning and won the lottery.
That's
I love this
awesome.
story. The odds of getting struck by lightning in Canada are about 1 in a million.
They're a lot higher for me because I would never go there. That's a horrible place.
The odds of winning the lotto game he hit are 1 in 13,983,816. Even weirder, Peter's daughter also was struck by lightning a few years ago while she was working as a wilderness guide. So the odds of all three things happening to the same guy, the daughter included, are 1 in 2.6 trillion.
Man.
Good Lord.
By the way, Peter also owns the store where he bought the ticket, so he gets another $10,000 from the lottery commission. Odds of Peter trying to rip off the lottery, 1 in 5. He bought the $3 ticket. That's my own thing. Sorry, it's not true. He bought the $3 ticket with a coworker, so they're splitting the million. She's going to Cancun. He's planning a second honeymoon, and now a little something for you. Bear with me with this one, boys.
Sure.
It's a little naughty at the end.
Okay.
I already know what reaction I'm going to get. I'll shut up. 38-year-old Paul Wells of Devon, England, tried to rob a woman last month, but her money wasn't in her purse. Her money wasn't in her wallet or her pocket. He tried to steal the money she was hiding in her private area.
Oh.
She was hiding it there. That's all we know. There are not a lot of details with this story because it's from England. And we don't know why she had cash in there. We don't know how Paul knew she had cash in there, and we don't know how much she had in there. We do know that Paul failed in his mission. He was arrested for attempted robbery. He'll be in court for a plea hearing in October, and he's being held in jail until then. Police didn't believe him when he said his hand smelled like that because he was eating lobster.
Oh, no.
God. Money down there?
Yeah.
Talk about a change purse.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. Who wants salmon? Anyway, we'll take a break. Come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
It's Tony and Gary.
Hey there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tony Perkins.
Hi, I'm Art Linkletter.
On this week's episode of our show, Gary is going to tell us about some of the most bizarre, dumb laws in the land.
You're going to love it.
Also, we're going to tell you why you never want to be on the cover of a supermarket tabloid.
You won't be there for long.
It's on the Tony Perkins Show. Subscribe on iTunes and listen on the brand new Tony Perkins Show app.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Listen up, small business owners. You're going to want to hear this one right now. Vistaprint.com. 500 business cards, just $9.99. You can't beat that deal. All you have to do is enter the promo code. It's ours. By the way, a lot of people have those promo codes out there, so remember, use ours,
Please.
TMOS, at checkout when you get your 500 business cards for $9.99. The best deal out there, a deal that I have always admired at Vistaprint. I think really one of the best values you can find online. Pick from tons of industry-specific designs. You can add your info, your artwork. You can do the cards any way you want, and you can upgrade also to make very, very special business cards, and they're all unique. And if you mess it up, Vistaprint will make it right.
They always
Remember,
do.
Vistaprint also has everything you need to market your business, whether it's flyers, banners, or custom apparel. Think Vistaprint, and all of it is 100% guaranteed. If you're not happy, Vistaprint will make it right. 500 business cards on sale for just $9.99. There has never been a better time to professionally promote your business. Just visit Vistaprint.com and use promo code TMOS to get this incredible offer. Without further ado, let's open up the audio vault with Rob Spiewak for Wednesday, July 2, 2015. Rob?
Talking about how Bernie Sanders is drawing Trump-like crowds to all of his events, and I think I know why, Mike. I mean, sure, he's got a very refreshing view on politics. I think they're waiting for him to sing. Did you know, were you cognizant that in 1987, when he was in local politics in Vermont,
Mayor of Burlington, right?
He recorded music for a folk album.
Here we go.
I think you're going to like this, Mike.
Here's the thing. They're all egomaniacs, and they all do stupid crap like this.
Well, when you have a voice like this, Mike, it's a shame to keep it hidden under a bushel, as they say. Bernie Sanders.
As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway.
Okay, it's a novelty record.
Saw below me,
if he was really trying to sing...
But he made a novelty record.
That's true.
This land was made.
Come on.
You got no defense here.
Yeah, he
No
really
defense
is. That
for my
sort of puts... Oh, and these are all the other candidates.
This land is your land. To the New York Island.
Just yet another...
From the Gulf Stream waters.
It's him and Weird Al Yankovic.
And Rick Dees.
Hey, everybody, this land was made for you and for me. What's going on there? All right, turn it off. It's
all
making
right,
me
so
cute.
anyway,
Thank you.
it's available on the YouTube if you want to check it out. Lindsey Graham, good-looking guy, handsome guy, fun guy.
Doesn't like tree nuts.
Doesn't like Donald Trump.
All I can say is that this is turning into a circus. I don't care if he drops out. Stay in the race. Just stop being a jackass. You don't have to run for president and be the world's biggest jackass.
So he called Trump
cell
a
phone
jackass.
bit was hilarious.
And so this is what happened when Trump found out.
See, you're liking him. You're liking him. And you're a moderate. You're a moderate.
It's a fun watch.
When Trump found out that he was called a jackass by Lindsey Graham, Trump gave out Lindsey Graham's cell phone number.
So Lindsey Graham says to me, please, whatever you can do. You know what I'm saying? I said, what's this guy?
Can you
beggar?
stop it right there?
Yeah.
Can you stop it right there? My original impression stands, ladies and gentlemen. Do you hear when Trump has no words?
Yeah.
So Lindsey Graham says to me, what are you going to do, pal? Pally, what's going on?
Buddy boy.
I love Trump. Extraneous Trump is fantastic. He doesn't have the words. It's great to listen to. I really like
Let's
that.
hear a little more Trump.
Begging me to help him with Fox and Friends. So I say, okay, and I'll mention your name. He said, could you mention my name? I said, yes, I'll mention. And he gave me his number, and I found the card. I wrote the number down. I don't know if it's the right number. Let's try it. 202 228. I don't know. Maybe it's, it's 3-4 years ago, so maybe it's an old number.
So I bleeped the number, but I called it.
We are the lowly podcast, the Mike O'Mara Show. We have the decency and the respect for law to bleep the number. He is on a national broadcast.
And you can actually read it. You can read it because it's written in like Sharpie.
And then Lindsey Graham just kind of laughs it off and says, well, I guess I'll have to throw that phone away.
So
just kind of weird.
Mike, I was respectful enough to bleep it, but I was also respectful enough to give it a call.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Lindsey Graham
is not available.
Oh
the mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Wow. Mailbox is full.
Oh, that is great.
And
Nice
let us close with this. If you have a chance to take a peek at it, you really should. President Obama was on The Daily Show last night, had a great in-depth conversation with Jon Stewart, to a point where at one point Jon Stewart just said, I don't know where we are commercial-wise, so let's take a break. I mean, they were that into it. They went like 19 minutes, but this was my favorite moment.
And I warned against this when I was running for office because...
I should set it up. He's talking about the fact that running this country is an ongoing thing, and there is no solution per se. You have to keep going.
And I warned against this when I was running for office because everybody had the hope posters and the this and that, and everybody was feeling like,
hey,
man,
we didn't make those. You made those.
No.
No.
That
wasn't us.
No, I like the poster.
I'm pretty sure that came from you.
It was a nice poster.
All right.
No, but what I'm saying is that This is going to be an ongoing project.
And then President Obama gave out John's cell phone number, which was really surprising. That is your magic audio vault.
That's it. We're out of here.
Have a great Wednesday, everybody.
How's that level, boys? Sound good?
Sounds nice.
Oh, fantastic. I'm so happy we finally fixed it at the end of the show. That's it. Another Mike O'Mara Show has come and gone. Be sure and join us again for more fun and more thrills at MikeO'MaraShow.com. If you want to correspond with us in the Mike O'Mara Show, send it to TMOS Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia, 20177. And it's Rob with 2 B's to get your message or your birthday into the Wednesday mailbag. So please do that. Now, listen, our audiobook is out there. It is everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Only $6.99. It's now available. Download it instantly on iTunes or at MikeO'MaraShow.com. You're going to love it. We put a lot of great time into it, and you will love the audiobook. Only $6.99. Go to iTunes and get it today. That's it. We got to get out of here. For Oscar Santana and Rob Spiewak, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara Radio Entertainment.